When planning out games for the Wayback feature, I was running into a few problems. June seems to have been a pretty slow month for game releases until recently, and the farther back you go, the tougher it gets to find a release month for games rather than just the year. At first I was thinking of tackling Sonic 1, but I mean, what hasn't been said yet about Sonic 1? Link's Awakening was another thought, released initially in June of 1993, but I actually want to play the DX version all the way through again at some point, so not this time. If you really want to see some opinions on one of the few Zelda games I've actually completed, head on over to the Cartridge Club forums. Their CC Portable 2-word review event is focusing on this Game Boy classic this month. I'll leave a link below. I finally decided on the home releases of two Golden Arcade oldies. The first of the two to release on home consoles was Missile Command. Released in June of 1980 in the arcades, it was ported to the Atari 8-bit micros in the summer of 1981, and was actually baked right into the ROM on the Atari XEGS. All you need to do is fire your anti-missile interceptors close enough for the explosion to destroy the incoming warhead. Your task is to prevent said missiles from impacting the cities under your protection. The interceptor base can be hit as well, disabling your ability to fire more missiles, albeit temporarily. Even though it's only a few seconds, that can make all the difference. The 6 cities were originally imagined by programmer Dave Thurer to be in California: Eureka, San Francisco, San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara, Los Angeles, and San Diego. Imagining an unstoppable nuclear attack on his home state literally gave him nightmares, and I honestly can't blame him. Points are a small consolation for, well, fast forward 34 years and Resogun's Defenders DLC would add the Commando mode. That seems to have been inspired by Missile Command, which is kinda odd considering the main game itself was inspired by, well, Defender. Released on the Atari 2600 in 1982, this version is rather clearly hobbled by the jump to the home hardware. Most of the time you can't even see your ship, but that seems to be a sacrifice to give priority to the enemy and your rainbow-colored laser blast, so I'm sort of okay with that. It even seemed to fake out the collision detection a little, since I could swear I should have gotten hit once or twice, but I actually didn't die. Since there's only one button on the 2600 controller, I couldn't really work out how to fire bombs. Very, very basic. That said, this is one of my favorites to play in the arcade. It's fast, colorful, and challenging with great sound, and when all the humans are kidnapped, the entire world goes berserk until you can eliminate the humans converted to floating mutants. Bottom line, if you want to play this, find almost any other version than the one released on the Atari 2600. Or just play Resogun. Thanks again for watching one of my videos. Please like, subscribe, discuss as you will, and I will be back next week with a first trophy